friends, and welcome back to day 11. And today we're going to be talking about self-care. Um, I've always been a person that felt like self-care was kind of vain and selfish and things like that. But now, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing the importance of self-care and that it's more of like a mental health type of thing where um, you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you can take care of everyone else, especially when you're like a wife, a mom, or like you're involved with lots of people in your family type thing, be it that you're that auntie, you're that uncle, possibly, where a lot of the like mental load is on you for the people that you love. Self care is so huge. um One thing that I know that I started doing last year was taking breaks. I am a stay-at-home mom and I homeschool my girls in their teens, and we're very close and they're always around me, and it's like such a good feeling. But then at a different point, it's really awkward because I didn't grow up with so much like love and affection and things like that. Like, of course my parents loved me, they did for me, but it wasn't like touching and hugs and kisses and I love yous and that type of affection. So when I'm doing that with my girls, like I love it, but then sometimes it can be so overwhelming. And I don't know if anybody else experiences that, but it's overwhelming at times because even though my girls are a certain age, my oldest is 13, I'm still just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm not used to it and as much as they want it. Like I can give it, but sometimes it's just like a lot because they want it all day, every day. And I love that, and I love that for them, and I think that it's so healthy for them, and I'm happy that they get to experience it. But sometimes it's a bit much for me because again, like I'm not used to it. And so I'm trying my best to be on this journey of like healing that inner child and knowing like it's okay. And like, as weird as it sounds, like if someone loves you, just accept it. But when you haven't had it in that way, it's very hard to like accept it. And it's almost like sometimes you sabotage yourself, as crazy as that seems, because you're used to what you're used to and your brain always goes back to that, and like it wants to protect you and things like that. So um with that, my girls, like I said, are also homeschooled, and so they bicker and fight and compete against each other, especially in the classroom, and it's hard. And one of my girls is a little bit more crankier than the other, and life just happens anyway. Life happens. And so I've been learning to take time outs when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm frustrated, when I'm sad, just, any of those things. I have to take a time out and I have to take a breather. And my girls are really understanding about that. I've also been learning to do self care by naming my emotions, my feelings, being real, not being embarrassed or afraid to say that I'm failing or I'm not having a good day, or having to suppress those things, like explaining those to my kids, because then they learn how to also identify those things and express it and explain it and warn somebody, so that you're just not like snapping on them because you're having a bad day and they're over here just, trying to get their needs met. So when I explain it like, hey, mommy's not having a good day, or I need a break or something like that, then they are understanding of like, okay, she needs a little bit of space and I am going to give that to her. So I think that's a big part of self-care for me. Another thing is just taking days and saying F it. F those dishes, F the laundry, F whatever. Like, I don't feel like doing it. Today I just want to sit and watch TV with my girls. Today I just want to sit and read a book. The chores, whatever, they'll be there tomorrow. And so I've learned to just do that. And it's not perfect. We live here. We're not in a museum type of thing. So that has helped me as well. As far as magically, I've been learning glamour magic and just being able to enchant whatever it is that you are putting on. You want to, like, I love my big hoop earrings. You want to put on these earrings, you can enchant them. I wear, when I'm out, I always wear a crystal and I like pray over that. And I typically also have on my bracelets. I wear something for protection and then something for the season, because I always, on my altars, I put certain stones for my certain deities that I'm working with. So I have a matching bracelet to their stones, so that even when I'm not on my altar, I can feel, you know, connected to them when I'm out in the world and things like that. So yeah, those are some of the things that I do. And then just also regular, you know, beauty things. Some days I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't wear makeup all the time or anything like that. And even when I do, it's not a lot. But just, you know, making yourself, when you look good, you feel good. Putting on your favorite whatever, throwing on a little bit of makeup, that type of thing to make yourself feel better. Those are all parts of self-care, as well as spiritual baths. Those are like a big thing. That's another thing that I want to get more into for this upcoming year, is just taking my spiritual baths, be it for protection, for love, for abundance, all those types of things I want to get into, and try to work on myself for my self-care routines and things like that. Let's see. I also, at times for self-care, do, maybe, I'm not in, I used to drink a lot of coffee, so I used to do it with coffee, but now I'm doing like hot cocoa. Enchanting my hot cocoa and sipping it, and, you know, taking my time with it and letting it fill me up so that I can feel my energy and, you know, love on myself through that way. Saying affirmations while I'm putting on my lotion and things at night. I love at night oiling my feet, and I also love oiling my face. And I've been using castor oil the last few weeks, and I love it. It just makes me feel good. And so those things kind of help with my self-care. Let me see. I love making like food and things, and that helps with my self-care. I also love giving service, and I know that that's not so much self-care, but to me, self-care is anything that makes you feel good about yourself. And so when I'm able to do like acts of service and help people, be it talking, maybe through giving gifts or something like that, just something that makes someone else feel good, that also makes me feel good. Taking the time, like, I love planning for like my kids' birthdays, my husband's birthday, holidays and things like that. And so in a way, that's kind of self-care, because it's soothing to me. I love to go out to the store by myself and browse the aisles and take my time and put those things together, and that just makes me so excited. Sitting in the car when I come home from you know, maybe running errands, taking a few minutes to get myself together before I come in the house, that's self-care. Going out by myself, which I don't do too often, just every now and again when I'm like, I really need to pick me up, I will go maybe to like In-N-Out and get, you know, a meal and sit in the car with myself and just think and look out the window and watch nature kind of thing. Or grab a cup of like Dutch Bros coffee and sit and think and just look and spend a little bit of time with myself. So those are just a few quick little things that are very much so free, are, you know, practically free, are cheap or whatnot to go ahead and do. And another thing that I really, really love is reading. I love, love, love reading, and I've been reading like as many hoodoo books as I can, or like Black ancestry books. I think it's very important to know where you come from, to know your people, and especially with us African Americans, where our original culture has been lost. Like, we don't know our way type of thing. But we've created, in a way, a culture here in America as Black people. And I think that's beautiful. And learning those things and getting back to them are very, very important. So those are my few things that I have for glamour magic. I hope you enjoyed it. Into the next video. Bye.